Denver Bronco fans and Bronco gang, it's your boy, Milehighjay, bringing you another video. Gonna do a little pregame about Denver's Sunday night football game against the 0-2 Lions. Denver's 2-0, as we all know. It's gonna be a nationally televised game under the lights, in the dome, in the Motor City. Should be a big one. We'll be playing a desperate Detroit Lions team, and Denver seems to be rolling on defense, still trying to find out their offense, and should be another doozy. So, first question is, will Matt Stafford play in this game? He's a little banged up this week, as are most football players after being a couple weeks into the season. I think he'll play. I think he's a pretty tough guy, man. I personally like Matt Stafford. I think he's a great football player. Sometimes he makes dumb mistakes, but I mean, all of them do. But if Matt Stafford were to come to the Denver Broncos after Peyton's gone, I would be stoked, man. The more I think about it, like I've visited a few times in my mind in the past, and I think it would be a great thing for Denver. I think he could fit Kubiak's system pretty well. So, I mean, he's had flashes. This guy's got a cannon of an arm. I think the only thing you compare it to is how Elway's arm used to be in his younger days. This dude, I've seen him rolling out and throw 70 yarders, man. Most of you know how Megatron's been. He catches these passes that are like bombs down the field that are pretty much just thrown up for him to go get. But those, Matt Stafford's throwing those bombs down the field, So, I mean, half of it is Stafford as well, at least getting the ball down there where he can get space and all that. So, I like Matt Stafford. I think he's a tough guy. Question is if he plays or if he doesn't. Like I said, I think he will, but if he doesn't, look for this to be a rout by the Broncos, because I don't know. I don't even know who their backup is, but I heard his name the other day, and there's just not. He's not going to be coming with much against this Denver D. If he gets a shot, so look for Matt Stafford to play since they're 0-2. It's their home opener for the Lions, so they're desperate. So. They're 0-2 and desperate. So they're desperate to get a W. So we're going to get the best of the Detroit Lions of what they have right now. So things to watch. If C.J. Anderson gets it going in this game, he hasn't got it going in these last two games that we've had. He looked good in the preseason. I think he's a little bit hurt. He just hasn't really been coming with it very hard. And I think Ronnie Hillman's been running it harder than he has so far this season. So look for us to be running the ball. I think Kubiak will still be trying to do his thing with the run game. But if C.J. Anderson's not bringing it, I say we just go full on with Hillman and give the reins to him for a while, at least until C.J. gets healthy, or to kind of give him a check. Like, look, man, you need to come with it, bro. Seriously, like, the season's here. It's time. Let's go. Let's roll. Ronnie Hillman's kind of running like that's what he wants to do. So, if he doesn't get it going early, look for us to switch to Ronnie Hillman, or at least that's what I'd be hoping for. So another thing to look for is with the offense. Are we going to keep going with the Kubiak deal and try to keep implementing his style? Or is he just going to give it all to Peyton and be like, look, do what you do, bro? I think early on, Kubiak's going to go back, and I think I've heard him say this week, that he's not abandoning his offense, the way he wants to do things, which I respect. I think in a way he's trying to do that because if it works, it'll take more off of Peyton, and Peyton will have more to offer later in the season, or in the playoffs. So I think, it's to give Peyton some rest and be able to come with it more later on in the season, which I think is cool, but look for us if we fall behind again to just give it to Peyton. So it's kind of like a 50-50 thing in my eyes, like I know in my past videos, I said, let's just give it all to Peyton and let him do what he does. But I started thinking about it, and I'm like, we've done that, and in the past, and sometimes it seems like Peyton's ran out of gas by the end of the year. So I wouldn't mind keep trying Kubiak's deal as long as it can work, man. As long as it can produce, and if it does, then I'm totally cool with that, But when we've struggled the way we've had the last two games with running that offense, I mean, Bronco country gets, anxious. They're like, oh my God, just let Peyton do what he does. And I understand. So I understand both sides, So look for us early on to be doing the Kubiak thing. If we fall behind, him giving the reins to Peyton, and maybe some fireworks again. A matchup to watch. I think this one could be big. Aqib Talib versus Megatron. Um, this could be a great matchup. He's a beast. He's gonna come like he always does. He's gonna show up. But Aqib Talib so far this year has really shown up for us on our defense. He's got 2 picks in 2 games, 1 return for a touchdown. I mean, the guy's looking great right now. So, and I think they're both kind of chippy guys. So I think this would be a great matchup to kind of watch on the inside when you're watching the game, like just kind of see how they're doing down there. Um, it could be a big deal, a big factor in this game. So look for that one. Also look for Matt Paradis versus Haloti Nada and the defensive front of the Detroit Lions. Haloti Nada was a huge pickup for them from the Baltimore Ravens. I haven't been paying attention to how well he's done so far this year, but look for that to be something interesting. Our offensive line's still going to need to hold up against this defensive front of the Lions. I'm hoping that with this week and a half off, they've been able to get some things figured out, tighten some things up, start working more as a unit, and figuring it out. So yeah, I already mentioned this is the home opener for the Lions. They're desperate. Falling 0-3 to start off the year is really bad. So we're going to get everything that they got. They're going to be coming with it. So look for the Detroit Lions to just be pretty desperate and coming with everything they got. So also the Broncos traditionally struggle against the Detroit Lions. Once I started looking back on some stats, how we've done the last couple of times we played them. Here's this. The Lions have blown us out the last 2 matchups that we've played against them in, and for a combined score of 89-17. So yeah, they've literally kicked the dog piss out of us, man. The last few times we played them. Time to turn that around. Show the whole nation again that we could be a solid team on defense, and that we can be special on offense still. So yeah, I'm going to put this out there. I'm saying this week, Denver Broncos win. I'm always going to pick the Broncos, but Denver Broncos win 24-13. That's just how I feel. Phil will put up like about 3 touchdowns and a field goal. And our defense is just rock solid. Holds them to a touchdown and a couple field goals, and I really hope for that. So I'm going to do my shout-outs now. I'm going to do a shout-out to my boy back home, my Bronco brother, Stephen Holbrook, Andrew Young, Mad Fanatic, and all them, and all my Bronco gang. They'd be happy to know that Stephen joined Bronco gang. Yesterday, he called me up. He was so stoked, dude. He called me up. He's all excited. I joined, homie, so that's a cool thing, man. This Bronco gang keeps growing. If you don't know about Bronco Gang, go check it out, broncogang.com, themadfanatic.com. They're all on Facebook and everything, so go check that out if you have it. I wanted to give a special shout out to Jess and David Penzer. I went to their wedding this last weekend. It was awesome. It's great to see all my buddies back home and see everyone doing well. So it's just great to see all them. So congratulations on your wedding, folks, and my best to both of you. And I got to reunite with one of my best friends from my childhood, Jimmy Penzer. He's a huge Broncos fan. He lives in Denver. Just a great dude. One of my best friends in my life. We played baseball from we were like 5 years old all the way up through high school. So shout out to Jimmy, man. What's up, bro? Go Broncos this weekend. Let's get together for a game for sure, man. And one more shout out to my Aunt Wendy Winter. She's a Steelers fan, folks, but she watches my videos and I love her to death. She's such a great lady, man, and I got to see her this last weekend, so she wanted a shout out. So give a shout out to my Aunt Wendy. I love you, and down with the Steelers, up with the Broncos. I'm just kidding. No, it's all good. It's all love. So all right, everyone. So 24-13, Broncos are gonna do this. Have a good night, everyone, and let's go. Let's wait a couple more days for Sunday night. See what happens. All right, everyone. Go Broncos. Booyah!